Hello, council members. We are here today to present on the Sea Grant State Fellowship with the Delta Stewardship Council. Myself and the other fellows will be talking about some of the projects we've been able to work on, skills we've been developing, and what we hope to accomplish after the fellowship. So with that, I will jump right in. So my name is Kyra Wallace. I'm the current fellow in the Adaptive Management Unit and part of the Delta ISB support staff as well. My background has typically been more coastal in nature, and I received my Master's of Advanced Studies in Climate Science and Policy from Scripps Institution of Oceanography in San Diego. I focused my graduate capstone project on ocean-based kelp aquaculture in California, looking at the obstacles to the industry and potential policy solutions. After I graduated, I wanted to further explore the policy and science realm, specifically in a state agency. That is what initially drew me to this fellowship, and it's been such a great opportunity to bridge the gap between academia and state work. Starting this fellowship, I was very new to the Delta and all of its very complex topics, but it's been really rewarding diving into something outside of my background, supported by a great team. Within the Adaptive Management Unit, I have helped plan and execute the biannual Adaptive Management Forum, which was a two-part event held in May and June. I've also been involved in a restoration synthesis project working with GIS to map restoration areas in the Delta. On the Delta ISB side of my work, I've been involved in the ISB's Decision-Making Under Deep Uncertainty, or DMDU, review. And as part of this review, I've been planning seminars with various DMDU experts and practitioners on topics ranging from cognitive bias to stakeholder engagement in the scenario development process. Additionally, I'm working on the DMDU research project, which is an inventory and analysis of scenarios in the Delta using qualitative coding. The variety of projects that I get to be a part of in this fellowship has been really exciting. And in terms of what is next after the conclusion of the fellowship, I hope to take the skills I've been learning and practicing and use them in whatever my next role is. The experience I've gained in this fellowship, such as event and seminar planning, qualitative research, and project management, will hopefully allow me to find another position within a state agency or a nonprofit focusing on ocean protection and policy, coastal management, or sustainable aquaculture. Overall, the people that I've gotten to work with have been amazing and taught me so much, and I hope to stay connected with the network I've built long after this fellowship is done. And with that, I will pass it over to Sharna.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sharna Wycliffe, and I am the fellow for the Planning and Performance Division. My background started at California State University, Monterey Bay as an undergrad in biology. And because I like Monterey Bay so much, I decided to stay and get my master's in marine science at Moss Landing Marine Labs. My thesis focused on drones and comparing drone imagery with diving surveys to see if drones can map area and perimeter of an underwater algae bed called rotoliths in lieu of having divers do it. And so in short, yes, is able to do that. So it then frees up divers to spend more time surveying the beds and less time swimming around the perimeter and getting area of the beds. So that is my background. And then when I heard about the Sea Grant Fellowship, what I really was interested in was learning about the nexus between science and policy. And so that is what I've been able to learn here at the council, just that nexus of science and policy and regulation, as well as continue to use my skill set. So one of the projects I am working on is a story map for the council and the Delta, just so that it continues me using the ArcGIS skills that I've learned, as well as learn more about both the council and the Delta together, as well as some of the other projects that the planning division has had me help them with to create maps for Delta Adapts and other analysis that the planning division is doing. Also being a part of the planning division has helped me learn the regulation side of things, as well as how the council interacts with different agencies as well as stakeholders, and seeing how well they've worked together to resume the Delta plan, like the DPIC council or committee, rather, the Delta Plan Interagency Implementation Committee, which has been really fun to see interactions with other agencies as well as stakeholders. in planning ahead, I am looking to take my skills here that I've learned with regulations and interactions with community, as well as other agencies, and look to use that in finding jobs in state agencies as well as the private sector, to really not only continue to learn the science and policy interactions, but also how to get more community involved in the restoration of their environment and their community together. So with that, I will pass it on to Sam.
Hi everyone, I'm Sam Pyros. I'm the current fellow for the IUP. I received my Master's of Science at UC Davis in Environmental Policy and Management. And during my time there, my capstone project was partnered with the DSC in identifying social ecological indicators for improving state monitoring programs. And after my master's, I applied to the Sea Grant Fellowship per the recommendation of my mentors at Davis. I wanted to stay in the water realm of the environmental sector and build upon the experiences within policy and government. And so, as a fellow here for the IUP, I've been a part of the strategic decision-making portfolios for Delta Smelt and reviewing the IEP's annual papers with alongside my mentor, Steve Culbertson. And my large deliverable for the fellowship was creating a comprehensive report on the Delta sturgeon monitoring efforts, both green and white sturgeon. And I've also been fortunate enough to continue my participation in the DSC's Social Ecological Indicator database within the Social Science Integration Project Work Team. So it's been a nice transition to still be a part of that. I'm very thankful for the suggestion to apply for this fellowship because of the mentorship skills and the experiences that I've gained at the DSC. The individuals that I've been honored to work alongside with are passionate about what they do, and it's been a great opportunity to be a part of the work that is conducted here. I hope to take all of the knowledge and skills that I've learned within the state agency, specifically with the regional focus, and widening my view to both the federal and international sectors, but continuing my career within water and marine sciences. And with that, I'll pass it off to Pooja.
Hi everyone, I'm Pooja Balaji, the Science Communication Synthesis and Decision Support Unit Fellow. I am a master's in marine biology from Scripps Institute of Oceanography, and my thesis topic was on the temporal and spatial variability of pantropical spotted dolphin group size in the Eastern Tropical Pacific. Prior to my master's, I was a marine mammal biologist and a marine conservation scientist internationally. So I worked mostly in the UAE and back home. But given that I came from a very pure science background and my interest in the science communication unit was fueled by a desire for more SciComm experience and to really push myself outside of my comfort zone and learn a few more skills in the policy side of things. And with that, I have been working during my time in the fellowship. I've been working on the lead scientist reports and the by the numbers reports every month. And I'm slowly starting to incorporate a little bit of my modeling experience into the Data Science Tracker project, as well as helping organize the Delta Science Program Roundtable Conference earlier this year. After my fellowship, I will be moving back to academia. I'm currently in the process of applying for PhD projects, and I am incredibly fortunate to have a lot of support from my team at the Science Communication Synthesis and Decision Support Unit while I make this transition. And with that, I will pass it on to Eduardo. Thank you.
My name is Eduardo Martinez, and I am the California Sea Grant Fellow with the Collaborative Science and Peer Review Unit. I earned my Master's of science degree in civil engineering with an emphasis in environmental engineering and chemistry from California State University, Los Angeles. My thesis focused on the abiotic reduction of nitrate using iron oxyhydroxide minerals in the presence of coexisting ions such as phosphate and chloride in a pH gradient. This work was also a collaborative effort between my mentors at the Origins and Habitability Laboratory at JPL and my mentors at Cal State LA. This project was also what motivated me to apply for the California Sea Grant Fellowship, as I wanted to gain experience in environmental science policy and science governance. As for the work that I'm doing with the CSPR unit, I am working on a few projects. One, a white paper on the gaps and recommendations of bifenthrin mixtures in the Delta, as bifenthrin is a compound of significant concern as it affects some of the Delta-sensitive species, such as the Delta smelt and the Chinook salmon. Two, helping support the independent peer review efforts of the unit. We are in the midst of finalizing the water temperature modeling platform peer review for the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation. And three, helping support the Delta Science Program's proposal solicitation notice. As for my next steps, I will be pursuing a PhD at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas in the Geosciences Department. I'm hoping to leverage all the experience and the knowledge that I gain here working with the CSPR unit into my PhD program. With that, thank you for giving me your attention. And here are some of the overall shared themes and conclusions. In this fellowship, we were able to, one, design our own fellowship experience based on our interests and goals. Two, we were able to have professional development that was encouraged through projects, trainings, and conferences. And three, have thoughtful and supportive mentorship. So with that, I want to thank you for giving us your time and thank you for listening.